This is Cinematography for Actors. Today we are live on location at the Broadwater Theater Complex in Hollywood for We Make Movies International Film Festival as the official podcast partner. These shorter special episodes are with selected filmmakers. You can also catch all of the interviews you may have missed on our YouTube channel and your preferred podcast platform. I want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, BandPro Film and Digital, Roscoe Laboratories, DD Microphones, and Blackmagic Design. Thanks for being here. Whether you are talent or crew, finding the technical solutions to your problems is hard, and what's even harder is knowing where to go. So, we have a tip for anyone listening, and that's to head over to our sponsor, BandPro. Whether you're looking for high-end cameras and lenses or looking for guidance on what's needed to start your equipment journey, BandPro has the gear and the team that you need to thrive. They are, fun fact, the exclusive representative of Ingenue's complete cinema line for all of North and South America. But the thing I love most is how fantastic their customer support is. Not only do they have a great team to answer any product questions you might have, but they also have a talented team of in-house technicians that you can actually talk to get your equipment back up and running. So visit bandpro.com or meet them in person and make sure to say hi from us. Hi, it's Haley again at the We Make Movies International Film Festival, and I'm sitting with Erin Brown-Thomas.
Hello.
Hello, Erin. Erin is here with 2 films, so we don't have a ton of time, and we are going to try to talk as much about both of them as we possibly can. Something that you told me that was exciting about both Subtext and A Question of Service is that you use the same DP.
I did. I used Beth Napoli, who has been shooting the majority of my stuff for the past decade.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, whenever I start a project, my first attachment is either an actor or Beth.
Okay.
And it just depends on if I wrote it with an actor in mind, or honestly, it depends on if I wrote it alongside an actor, because usually at that point they're attached first. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, Beth is sort of like a default for me. I think we really work well together. She is exceptionally gifted at what she does, and she also is obsessed with prep as much as I am. So,
what kind of prep do the two of you do together?
And it will vary from project to project, right? Because, A Question of Service, for instance, is something that is meant to feel really meticulous. If you see it, like we had 127 setups. We used a lot of microforce, for slow zooms and stuff like that. It was, not only was it storyboarded, but I built a room in virtual reality, or what do you call it, augmented reality, where I actually took a fake virtual camera in there and actually positioned dummy little avatars and planned the whole thing out animatic wise. And so that so much of our prep was deciding what to present to our AD as the order in which we shot everything so that we could fit it into our insane shoot day. But then beyond that, we love using shot deck. We love using visual references to say this is what I'm thinking. And usually if I send her a script, the next minutes or days later, she'll be here's a mood board that I put together. I'm you beat me to a mood board.
Oh my
God. We both love using references. But then on the other hand of the spectrum, we're about to do a oneer, a long oneer, and you can't approach that from the same perspective. So with that, it's really about just getting into the space a whole bunch and thinking through the momentum of it.
Yeah. Okay. That's so great. I love hearing that you've worked with Beth so many times, that you have the shorthand and you're so excited to be able to work with each other that she'll send you things minutes or days after. So when the two of you have the shorthand and you're able to do planning together pretty seamlessly, at what point are you bringing your talent into this visual planning?
So I think part of that depends on how invested the talent is in the project, right? Okay. Are they someone who's been a collaborator since the beginning? Are they someone who's coming on that day because they're really busy and we could only afford them one day or something like that? But let's say it's the latter. I always, before we do a shot, like to communicate to the talent how much of their body we see and what the framing is. If they're walking close to the frame, how much do we lose as we go? And also tone, right? Because if we know the tone of the project and we know how much we're seeing, we know how big their performance needs to be physically, right? A comedy can be a little bigger than a drama, and a wide can be a little bigger than a close-up. And a full wide, they could be like, whoa, stop. But you get into a close-up and it's just enough to be like, well, yeah, stop. So making those, I think actors appreciate having those details, and it's funny because sometimes actors will say, oh, I don't usually get to see the frame, but we like to show them the frame when we can.
As an actor, I can tell you that personally, I really appreciate that when I know what the frame is, or just like the differences. There's subtleties and there are bigger things you can do. We have 1 minute. We should talk a little bit about the fact that you just told me that A Question of Service has been nominated for an award at this film festival.
It has. It's been nominated for Best Pilot. It also it functions both as like a proof of concept for a series, or it could actually function as a pilot to a series itself. And Hans Oma, who wrote it and stars in it and is amazing if you see it, he's been shopping the full series around town, and he is a man in a single-minded pursuit to bring that to a television near you. So keep an eye out.
This man has so many dialects. Like
5 languages and many dialects on top of it.
It's amazing. Congratulations. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for sitting here with me, Erin.
Thank you for having me.
We hope we talk to you again. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this interview. As a thank you, CFA has partnered with We Make Movies to get you discounted production management services, including production insurance. For that, go to wemakemovies.org/insurance and enter code CFA23 in the intake form to get 10% off your quote. Also, we have partnered with We Audition to get you a 25% discount on your membership. Join We Audition at weaudition.com and use CFA25. Make sure you're following the CFA podcast wherever you listen to stay up to date on discounts, events, and new episodes. Thanks for joining us.